Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I haven't made a video in such a long time just purely because I thought I would give up making videos because all the effort and all that kind of thing. But it's something I really enjoy. I really love makeup, and I thought if I'm gonna do what I love, might as well carry on making the videos. So if you would like to see how I achieved this look, just something really simple. It's really not hard at all, as you'll see in the tutorial. And some of my tricks, how I like to get a flawless complexion, and what I use when your skin's just not working, and like foundation's not going on smoothly, and just like little tips and tricks that you could kind of use for when you're doing your makeup, and how to make it come on more flawless and more easier, and how to kind of touch up mistakes as well. So if you would like to watch how I got this look, then please carry on watching. Hey guys. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just looking for my Fix Plus. Found it. So we're gonna start with some Fix Plus, and I'm literally just gonna wipe that all over the face. I do this as a prepping step just because it hydrates the skin so well, and just really makes makeup go on way more seamless. I really notice the difference when I don't do this step. I find Fix Plus an all-in-one spray. You can use it for absolutely anything. It's a must-have. Then I'm gonna go in with the Bare Minerals Good Hydrations Primer. Oh, can I just say how much I love this primer? It's new and it's just come out, and because I love to use their Bare Pro foundation, I find that this works really well with it, because Bare Pro can be a little bit drying, but paired with this primer, it's just unbelievable. It's so hydrating and creamy. Now I'm going to just prep my eyes and around my eyes and above the eyebrows. This kind of helps me that when I'm doing my eyeshadow, that there's a base for it to go on top of. So when I'm blending the shadow quite far out, it's not just going onto bare skin and becomes quite patchy. So don't think as this of your final step of concealer. It's just pretty much a base for you to work with, and later on, if you need to kind of wipe it away because there's any fallout and that kind of thing, you can. It's just easier than kind of starting with foundation, making a mistake, removing the fallout. You're just going back and forward. So I find this the easiest way to kind of prep the eyes, make it an easy base for shadows to blend really well on, and just makes it go on more seamless. So now I'm just going to take an earbud and wipe my brows, take off any concealer that would dry on there, just making the brows look quite white. So I'm going to go in with this brownie matte cold kind of colored shade. It's from the 350 palette, and I'm just going to work that into my crease, kind of causing I just can't speak, sorry guys. I'm just going to create a shadow in the crease, and I'm starting to define the kind of contoured look in the eye. So you really want to work this into the eye socket to get that really deep kind of depth look. This is going to make your eye look much more wider and more contoured and much more like awake and opened, instead of bringing the shadow too high, making your eye appear a lot smaller. So you're going to see I'm going back and forth quite a few times with the brush. That's because you just got to really blend to get that seamless look. Don't worry if you drag it too far out past the brow. That's why we haven't done any foundation and that kind of thing. So you can always clean it up. Hey to my dog that just appeared. But yeah, so I'm going to just do the other side. Keep blending it through with a smaller brush. And then I'm going to just really work it in the crease and just copy what I've done on the left hand side. And as I've gone in with that matte brown shade, I've taken a darker shade and really worked it only into the crease, nowhere higher, nowhere lower, just into that little crease line so that it's got that real depth to it. Then I'm going to take that lighter brown shade and just bring it forward to the front of the eye. We're not doing a typical contoured eye when it kind of goes light to dark. We're going to put the light in the middle of the lid. I just think it's quite a flattering look. Wanted to try something different, so we're just bringing that transition shade all the way into the inner corner. So now I'm going to take this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. It's in the color Eden, and I'm just going to pack that on a concealer brush and pop that in the middle where we're going to put kind of our sparkly light pigment. This just helps it to pop like way more. It makes a real big difference. Also in defining the lid from the crease line, so it kind of makes it a bit more bold. So you just pack that on specifically where you're going to put the lighter shade. I'm going to go in with Obsessive Compulsive in Clove and just pack that on in the center. We will go back and put some on, but for now it's just kind of to mark the territory where we kind of want that light sparkly bit to be. And then we're going to go in again once we've packed that on with a little bit of the darker shades to really define the eye more. So we're going to want to now really contour almost like a V shape towards the ends of the eye. It just follows the natural shape of an eye and makes it look more natural instead of it just like a white patch in the middle and then this like dark smoked out bit towards the end. So always go for a V shape. So as in like the V shape coming towards your eye, not facing outwards. And that's just going to really make the contoured eye look really chiseled and beautiful, shaped in, like I said, your normal almond shaped eye. So I'm going to blend that towards the front as well, just kind of evening it out, and then pack on some more of that clove pigment. And then I'm just going to pop it on my brow bone to make the brow bones pop as well as the inner corner of the eye. Then I'm going to take my pomade from Lancome. I use the darkest one in 06. Absolutely love using a pomade. I find it a lot easier to carve out the brows than using a pencil. I feel like I've got more control. And with that kind of brush as well, I feel like I can get a really pointy tip towards the outer corner of the brows. I always start at the arch with the most product, and then I kind of drag it out, and then that's how you get the ombre effect instead of starting right in the front. And that's how you kind of get it to look like kind of that feather effect as well. Keep most of the pigment towards the outer end of the brow, then making it too heavy in the front. And voila. So I'm going to go in with the Stiller liquid liner, and I'm just going to line my lid so that when the lashes go on, it kind of covers the lash line and the false lashes to blend more easily. I'm just going to do the other side. Oh, yep, yeah, you know, sometimes you just got that shaky hand. Every time I do my left and right eye, I have to use like the left hand for the left and the right. So it's been really strange not using my normal right hand. So I've been practicing. So sometimes I'm a little bit shaky, but because the lashes are going to get stuck over the top, it's not a big deal. So that worked out okay. So now I'm going to take just a liquid liner. That one I'm using is the Maybelline. I'm just going to carve out a wing. I used to be so terrible at wings. I still am actually. I can't use, like, for instance, that's still a liquid liner to draw. It's just way too difficult. So I find using a really thin brush and a liquidy gel liner to draw it is a lot easier. And as you saw how I cleaned it up with the earbud, it just makes it more sharper. So you can always fix your mistakes. So don't worry if you didn't get it perfect the first time. You can clean it up with a little bit of micellar water primer, or even your Fix Plus, to just really sharpen that winged liner. Then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender, spray some Fix Plus again, just pat under the eye, taking away any fallout. The concealer, if it's gone a little bit dry, if I'm like pushing on it and leaning on it, this Fix Plus is just going to revive the concealer, wipe away any fallout. Then I'm going to take this little smudger brush and just smudge that same kind of dark crease color under the eye, just so that it can tie the top of the eye with the bottom. You don't want to leave your lower lash line kind of naked, and want to put eyeliner either to really darken the eye and close it off. So you kind of just want to smudge it from the outer corner halfway in, not all the way in, because that's going to make the eye look a little bit small. And then I'm just going to clump. I'm just going to curl my lashes so that they're more volumized, so when I stick on the falsies, that they just kind of blend in together more easily. I'm using the Lancome Hypnose Drama mascara, and I'm just coating my lashes once or twice. You don't have to do the false lashes at all. I don't normally wear false lashes, but I thought, let's just see what it looks like with this look. I would normally just kind of pop my mascara on and be happy with that. And now I'm just going to stick my lashes on. Look, to be honest, this is probably about my third attempt sticking lashes. Don't be afraid to do it. It's really not that difficult. Find it a lot easier if you kind of use a tweezer. And really start at the top of the eye by turning it upwards and then sticking it. Otherwise it's a little bit harder going straight, because I feel like you're trying to get it to as close to the to your lash line as possible, but it's really difficult because obviously you've got mascara and your normal lashes are in the way. So try as best as you can and move it while it's still kind of wet, as close to the lash line as you can. Just be careful, don't pluck your lashes, that will be really, really sore. But just push it down as far as you can together, as close as you can to close that gap between the two. Obviously it's going to look more natural if it's closer to your normal lash line. And then I'm just going to pop the other one on, try get it to match. You don't want one sitting higher than the other. And as well, trim the lashes to how you feel comfortable. You totally can cut them if you just want to use them to the outer end, just for some volume. Tweak them to how you want them to look. Don't think you have to use the lashes how they come. You can just do what suits the look that you're going for. I'm just going to coat my lower lashes, and now I'm going in with my foundation, but first still prepping the face with some more Fix Plus just to really plump and hydrate that skin. And I'm now just going to dab in my foundation. I'm using the Bare Pro from Bare Minerals with a damp beauty blender. I find this the best way to apply foundation. I just find it so natural. It makes it blend into the skin, doesn't leave lines like sometimes brushes do. And I feel like you got more control to focus on the areas where you really need to kind of smooth it out, if that makes any sense. And I feel like it makes the foundation go really into the skin instead of sitting on top of the skin. So it's definitely my favorite way to apply foundation. I feel like it goes on definitely more seamlessly. So if you're struggling to get flawless foundation, I highly recommend using a sponge. I think it makes the world of a difference. And I'm just following the shape of my eye here with my beauty blender to get that real sharp look with my eyeshadow. It's probably one of my favorite parts, kind of lift the shadow and get that beautiful crisp line. And now I'm just going to curl the lashes once they dried with my curler. Don't be afraid to do this, they won't come off. And that's really going to curl them and join my lashes with the false lashes and really give them a beautiful lift. And they're just going to blend so nicely. Now I'm taking my Too Faced Sweet Pea bronzer with quite a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to pop on that as my contours and as my bronzer. I prefer using a bigger brush these days. I used to use a really small defined brush to really chisel up that contour line, but I feel like this big kind of pointy fluffy brush from Mecca really gives you a beautiful contour that looks really natural, not so like liney, if that makes sense. Like, it looks natural. It's got that beautiful defined contour look without looking too contoured, if that makes any sense. Don't forget to bring it down your neck. Don't necessarily pick up too much product down your neck, otherwise you'll end up with that like dirty look underneath. Now I'm taking this concealer called Wide Awake from Bare Minerals, and it's a liquid concealer, and I love this concept. I find sometimes creamy concealers can look very heavy under the eye, and eventually throughout the evening they just look cakey, thick, and not so pleasant. So I'm using this powder. It's a brightening powder for under the eye. It sits really smoothly and beautifully, and it just looks more seamless and beautiful throughout the evening. I'm taking Pure Radiance Bare Minerals loose highlighter. It's absolutely insane. It's reflecting so much, it even changed the lighting. I was like, whoa. It's so stunning. It's like the perfect highlighter shade. It blends in so beautiful with your skin that it doesn't look like a strip. It just looks like you're glowing. It's so finely milled that when you apply, it just goes on so smooth. I just wanted a natural lip with this kind of look, so I'm popping on the YSL Voluped Shine. It gives you enough color to tint your lips, but without being too pigmented that it's just overboard. I'm just going to do a quick spritz of Fix Plus and we're done. So this is the final look. I hope you guys really liked it. As I said in the beginning, nothing too difficult, just really simple, something nice for a date night, some simple makeup look if you were going somewhere and you weren't sure what to do. Your browns and goldy shimmers kind of pigments always just work together and just look so beautiful with all types of eyes. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you learned something. I will definitely be recording another video soon. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you could like and subscribe. Thanks guys for watching. See you later.